Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning into today's Partner Showcase series with Beltrees Consulting Services. With me is Traci Nichols. She's the head of procurement delivery at Beltrees. So I'll turn it over to Traci, let her introduce Beltrees and herself.
Thank you very much, Drew. So as mentioned in the wonderful intro, my name is Traci Nichols, and I am a partner and also the head of digital procurement delivery at Beltrees Consulting.
How can an organization's, resistance to change affect their decision-making when it comes to adopting their procurement software? I know you touched upon it with having specific go-live dates, using these same processes and some just don't have the bandwidth. But how would that affect, the procurement software adoption as well?
That's a great question. We're talking a lot more today as the platforms and the technology evolves, and we hear a lot more about artificial intelligence or machine learning. So I'm going to try to relate the soft part of this, of change management, to the technical part. When you think about changing, and you've known a process for a really long time, and you've known how to do this, use this technology, and it's like the back of your head, you don't need to look up anything. Once in a great while, you might come into something you aren't familiar with, but from the most part, it's standard operating procedure, day-to-day, business as usual. You could do that sort of like washing dishes. However, when there's change in a process, obviously you have to learn something different. And that's where the struggle and the resistance to change comes in. Right. So understanding why it's changing, what's the need for this transition and this change is really critical. So we've gone from washing dishes by hand, which people still do, to using a dishwasher. So we've gone through that transition. Why? Because it's faster, it's easier. You don't have to spend as much time doing that. So when I translate that over to artificial intelligence and machine learning, this also ties back to the data. And if the data is not good in your system currently, and you are embarking upon artificial intelligence, the technology is only going to continue to learn all of the bad data that you have and not be able to improve upon it. So it's not going to be able to say, hey, wait a second, you've got 3 suppliers that are doing the same thing. It's going to say, oh, you have 3 suppliers, but they're not really the same because there's a space in between 2 of the words in their name. It's the same thing, but we have to understand the why. So that's where the why comes into the data piece. Bad data in, bad data out.
We hear that all the time too here at Xeeva. Thank you for taking the time to walk through Beltrees' capabilities, the importance of adopting a procurement software, where companies fall short, and how companies can avoid doing so. Obviously, the importance of data transformation, clean data, garbage in versus garbage out, what that looks like, and just walking through the entire procurement journey. So I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it as well.
And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in, and look forward to seeing you next time.